Look, man, real deal spill. This is a tough question. How many real friends do you really have? I feel like people use the term friends way too loosely. For me, I have three categories of what friends are, man. You got the superficial friends, yo, the friends that you just met, yo. You just met them, you don't really know what to classify them. You're just gonna call them a good friend, like a friend you just met, you know what I'm saying? That you're developing a bond with, you know what I'm saying? You guys are just getting to know each other. You get their vibe, they're cool peoples, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what, I want to know you better, you know what I'm saying? And you go from there, right? And I would say they also consider like a utility friend, yo. You know, like what do they call those friends with benefits? Friends with benefits. That's leading into the second category. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys see each other all the time at school or at work, or you know what I'm saying? Or you guys go play you guys end up at the gym every day. Like you see him at the gym all the time. And you know, this is somebody you meet at the same setting every day or often. So you know they're just like your buddy there. You know what I'm saying? You guys chat along with each other. You guys have your own qualities that you bring to the table. Whether it's at school, you know he's a classmate. He knows what he's doing. You copying off of him. He copying off of you in another subject that you good at. Or at work, man, you slacking with your work and he's helping you with your project getting it done and vice versa. At the gym, yo, y'all helping each other with reps in. You know what I'm saying? He's pushing you. You pushing him. That's really what the second tier of friends are. You know, the quality, the utility friends. And then I would say the third one is the long term core friends. You know, these are friends that you developed a bond with for years. It takes, I would say, over 5 years of a friendship between you guys to have that. You feel me? And it could be you could have friends in this tier that are less than 5 years long, but those 5 years, like, it has to be very, what's the word? It has to be quality time. I know it sounds like I'm talking about a relationship, but friends, I feel like friends are basically like a relationship, yo. Cause think about it, yo. You could have, I see so many people with this whole dating culture, right? And they talking about their girl, their man, or whatever, and they have these relationships, and they only last how for so long, right? But a friend seen you through multiple of those relationships, seen you through all those stuff. So that's definitely a deeper relationship for real, just in a different way. It's not romantic, but it's still love in a different way. You get what I'm saying? So I would say it's majority of the time you gotta have like a long lasting friendship over 5 years in my opinion. But some of them can also be under 5 years. But the time it's like you guys spent all the time together within those 5 years, and you guys just know each other like the back of your hand. Feel me? So those are the three different types. For me, I know you're wondering, Lucky, bro. So what? How many friends do you really have? And I always thought about this, man, because it's just like that's a very good question. I always struggled with answering that question when people ask me if I have friends, because I guess I'm always alone. So people assume that I just have no friends, and it's kind of like I don't really like to evolve people into my life. You feel me? I like being very, it's counter to me posting every day. But let's be honest, bro. I post content online, but you guys don't know half of who I am, for real, for real. Let's keep it a buck. There's so much has happened to me in my life that I've never shown on camera. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have a hard time really distinguishing friends, for real, friends and acquaintances. Because people feel hurt by it and stuff like that, and that's understandably so. But for me, I would say I have like 10 real good friends, because I've known these people since I was literally a little kid. I've known them. Some of them I've known before I was even born, because my mom was friends with their moms. Some of them I've known since I was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? And right now I have some from high school that I would say are they're on the bubble. They're on the bubble between that hardcore friendship and not even utility, because it's not like I'm not using them per se, and they're not using me. We're not using each other. We're just cool peoples, yo. We stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? We bond over the same similar interests. You get what I'm saying? So I would say they're on a bubble. But yeah, I would say I have around ten people I could consider friends. I honestly thought it was way less, but I was really looking at it, and I'm like, I've known all these people for a long time, and for the fact that I've been connected, I still talk to them almost on a daily basis for almost 10 years or over 10 years. well over 10 years. It's actually quite astonishing. So yeah, I would say I have around 10. And people want to flex how many friends they have and stuff like that. But honestly, bro, that's not a flex at all, bro. Trust and believe, man. I'm telling you, when people graduate college, the first step is high school. When people graduate high school, you're gonna realize how many people you thought were your friends aren't really your friends. Trust and believe. And then when you graduate college and you're in the real world, unless you didn't go to college and you're going into a 9 to 5, you're working and you're actually paying bills, you're gonna really know who's your friend for real, man. I'm telling you. And I'm not saying this from experience, obviously, because I'm still in college myself, but I have people in my life that are much older than me, and I can tell from their lives and their experiences that that's going to be the case. So, you know what I'm saying? Take it with a grain of salt. One thing I'm grateful for content creation is it really told me who's real and who's not. For real, for real. I'm not trying to make this into a content talk, but it's just like it's a great example of how you know who's really your friend and who's just somebody that you know. Because I could tell you, man, I know for a fact I could see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time, and they would say, "How you doing? Where you like? You know, I've been watching your videos, all of that, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, really? Yeah, you've been watching my videos, and I never seen you like, comment, repost. I ain't never seen you show any love, and it's always been like that." Now all of a sudden you want to say you've been watching. Honestly, I'd rather you act like you've never seen my videos before, because bro, that is better for my mental. Because it's like, bro, why are you telling me you watch my videos and yet you never show love? You're the reason why I haven't blown up, because you're messing up the algorithm. Oh man, but trust and believe, I would see them. I think it's because of the motion, the lack of motion, and that's how you know immediately that's not your friend. If they're your friend because of motion, if they're your friend because of how much money you got, you know what I'm saying, then cut it off, man. You can tell it's easy, bro. When people start reposting you when you're already getting traction, bro, they're reposting you because it looks cool to repost you. They want to be like, they want to know, they want to be looked at as they know this guy. Think about it. When when I'm trying to look up a popular guy who I don't want to use guy. I use him too often. Let's say Austin Reeves. Let's keep it a buck, man. Austin Reeves coming out of college, nobody knew him, bro. Austin Reeves was I think he was a late first round or second round pick, gang. You know what I'm saying? And then now he's in the NBA, and all of a sudden, all his people's back in the ends, back in Oklahoma, want to repost and be like, "Yeah, that's my man Reeves. We used to go to high school with him." Get out of here with that, bro. Get out of here with that, gang. Stop playing with me, bro. You playing in my face. I'm up now. Hang up the phone. Beep. But back to the point of who really is your friend. Well, I guess I was still on that point, but it's really easy to tell, bro. It really is. It's just depending on how like if you're too blinded by your own beliefs, you know what I'm saying? For me, I'm a pretty straight up guy. I know I can tell who is with me and who's not. You feel me? And it's good. It's good because when things go on the up, eventually, then you're really able to just disconnect yourself from certain people, man, immediately. They say one weird thing, one weird phrase, anything, bro, you cut it off. I'm telling you, actions speak louder than words, bro. I've always lived by that. People want to always say jokes, right? And there's always, if there's one thing to note, there's always truth to every joke. If somebody's clowning you for what you got going on, you can tell if it's a joke or if there's truth to it, yo. You can tell, man. So, that's really it. You know what I'm saying? Really be careful with who you classify as a friend. I think friends are very, it's a deeper term than people make it out to be, you know? And it's a very important dynamic to have, because you definitely need people in your life that are considered friends that keep you level headed in the down times and the up times. You feel me? Even though I am alone a lot of the time, I can always know that there's people I can chat to on here and there to be like, "Yo, bro, am I doing this right? Am I tripping? What's wrong with me, man? You know what I'm saying?" Keeping my head on the swivel. I feel like a lot of men, in specific nowadays, they rely way too damn much on having an actual romantic relationship, and relying on a girl on a girl too much for that emotional support. That's why our emotional IQ is in the bin. Why are you relying on her? This is why I also don't like relationships. That's why I wait until marriage, because relationships can come and go all the time. Come and go all the time. And you know who's gonna be better emotionally? It's gonna be the girl. You know why? Because she has her network. She has her girlies, yo. She got her little girlies, man. They're always gonna be there for her. You're gonna call her up and be like, Chanel, how you doing? Are you okay? Do you want me to bring you some food? Oh my God. Who do you got? All you got is what? Your right hand? Astaghfirullah. That's your problem. That's another video for another day. I've never even talked about that, but I need to talk about it because some of y'all are down bad with that goon and stuff. But my point is, yo, you guys need to have friends, high quality friends, friends that are really able to lift you up and make you a better person. Also, another quote to live by, man: be the dumbest person at the table. Yeah, be the dumbest person at the table, because that allows you to always learn, and allowing you to always learn allows you to grow all the time. The worst person to be is the one that talks the most at the table, the one that's always talking, that's never giving yourself, you're never giving yourself time to breathe, you're never giving your brain time to really process information and learn something new. You know what I'm saying? And you're always the average of your five closest people, and it just makes sense. Your environment is a heavy it's heavy into shaping you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're around five crackheads, what makes you think you ain't gonna be the sixth? But if you're around five millionaires, what makes you think that you ain't gonna be the sixth? Why? Bro, because they're gonna teach you what they do. Just by watching them live their lives on a daily basis, you can pick up what they do, their habits, and implement it into your own life, and you're gonna make that million. Trust and believe. People don't believe in it because they feel like $1 million is such a huge number. But when it comes to crack, oh no, I ain't gonna be a crackhead if I'm around five crackheads every day. Unbelievable. Anywho, that's the video. I hope you guys took something from it. You know what I'm saying? I was low-key giggling inside when I was thinking about what I was saying. I was just yapping. But another video in the books, man. Let me know if y'all agree with me or not, man. And I appreciate y'all for these daily uploads for sure. Peace to the Middle East, homies.